Welcome everyone. I apologize. It's been a while since I've had an Alone video up. This is about Alone, episode 9, season 11. I apologize because on TV, when it's announced it's going to be on Thursday nights for me, lately when I go on, it's not on. Like last week, I went to watch and Justice League of America was on. Like, first off, this is a History Channel. First of all, Justice League of America ain't history related. So I don't know what's going on. They're showing a movie that's supposed to be where Alone is on. They're changing the time zones. One week I thought it was supposed to be on a Thursday. They changed it to a Wednesday. So I'll wait for it to come on demand, which is supposed to be on like 2 days after the airtime. But man, now they just post episode 9 and episode 10. Just now, it's been a week overdue for even episode 10. So I apologize, folks. I'm not a happy camper, so I apologize that my Alone videos have taken a while to get up here. But when I can watch the full episodes, that's what I'm doing. So I'm able to watch the full episode today. It showed up to day 57 of 3 of the contestants out of the final 4. Because on day 42, Sarah called quit. She tapped out because of 2 reasons. 1, she had kidney pains, and 2, she can't get no wildlife area nowhere in the area. She said, I got a couple rabbits, I got a couple fish. That's it. She said, I hardly get nothing. She said, it's like my area is just like a dead zone for wildlife, basically. So she said, I can only live off of moss, plants, and berries for so long, right? So she tapped out. That's the reasons why. So now we got Dub, William, and Timber left. I don't know how the hell William is still in this. And because his fruit stash is securely 100% animal proof, he sucks at it. And this week is no different. He had a stash of beaver meat stored out where he had rocks shaped like a circle and some spruce branches on top of the beaver meat. Like, how the hell is that going to prevent animals getting through, right? So he realized that. So he decided to encave it with more rocks on top of it. On day 55, he went to get some beaver meat. Beaver meat's gone. And Martin got into the stash. You see here, the Mart was able to maneuver some of the rocks around, or was able to fit in for the cracks. You don't know, but I guess he said, well, that's my 4 food stash has been taken away from animals and wildlife, so now he's just going to rely on ice fishing. That's all he's going to do is rely on ice fishing and bird hunting. So he went to was making a wooden ladder to put out on the lake because it's frozen solid, able to walk over, make a hole, ice fishing, when suddenly 4 grouse flew by. He went to grab his bow and arrow, realized, oh crap, I left that back in my shelter. That was a mistake, he said. So he grabbed a big ass stick and he went playing whack-a-goose, as he called it, in the thickets. He started smashing that big stick in the thicket, smacking up a tree. He got 1 of the 4 grouse. So he was able to play whack-a-grouse, folks, and he got 1 out of 4, so he's right on. So he plucked the feathers out of that, cooked it up, ate the liver raw, and then he took some kind of ball sack that apparently lives inside the grouse. And apparently, when he lives at, it's a Christmas tradition that people blow them up like a balloon and hang them around for like Christmas decorations. Like they put pine needle stuff like that in them. Yeah, yeah, I won't be doing that while they're that is for dang sure. So he did that, hung up on the tree, and he took the rest of the grouse back to camp. So he's going to decide now to keep any food he gets inside the shelter. Then the next day, he was working on his net and his ladder, did some fishing and he caught a nice fish. That was a nice fish. So he took that back to the shelter. Timber. Timber is storing fish meat now, squirrel meat, whatever he has, not in his caches now. And now he's storing some of it in his shelter as well. Guys, he said for the past 6 days, it's been like 14 hours total darkness. He don't want to venture out in the dark to his food cache and that. So he's been storing the meat there. But now he has mice problems in his shelter. And he's afraid of that because like he has seen on previous shows, I have as well, where mice have damaged bowstrings, they have damaged clothes, they have ate some of people's food stashes and that. So he set a mouse trap. And the mouse is smart. They're not falling for that trap, he's realizing. And he also realized he built this awesome shelter and forgot to make a exit for the smoke to go out. So now he says it's too late in the game to improve on his shelter. So he's just gonna have a fire going inside of a shelter, but he's not gonna make the smoke too thick. He's not gonna have it going for too long. That's his game plan. That was it for his basically 57 up to date journey. Dub. He decided to go check his gill net out in the middle of the dark, and wolves are howling all that, and he was walking. He broke his glasses again, folks. Twice now he's broken them, but this time he just totally shattered them. The lenses were fine, but the outer frame was just bent, destroyed. So, I like what he did. He got some willow branches, he bent them into a shape of glasses, used paracord, got the tip of the paracord hot, and the fire was able to, how he was able to fuse the lenses inside, like, and around the willow branches, and he used paracord to wrap them up. So he's got wooden glasses now. And he says, I know they look goofy, but hey, they're getting the job done. He checked his gill net, and his gill net is destroyed. It's got so many holes in it now. He said, that thing is total now. I did get a nice 33-inch Conan fish. So he said, now I'm going to do some ice fishing. But for the past week, he's been feeling sick, and he hasn't understood why. He's been feeling sick. He's been nonstop diarrhea, puking, and he found out why he's been sick. You see, unlike Timber, he doesn't have a food cache outside. He has any meat he has stored inside of his shelter, right? So he was eating halibut fish, cooking it up and that, and tapeworms were inside of it. So he said, oh, that's why I've been sick. The fish is spoiled. So he decided not to finish the meal. Then he went to start cutting off some pieces of other fish he has stored inside of his shelter, which is a nice pike fish, and he started cursing, and he showed us why. Mice have gotten inside of that fish, and he actually showed us, folks. He lifted up and showed us the amount of mice shit inside that fish. Like, it just fell out like, it's like, say if you pick up a bag of 102 marbles, you tip it up, and they just fall out all at once. That's how much mice droppers are falling out of that inside that fish. And he said that you can even show us like parts where the mice have been chewing on the fish meat. So he said that's what's making him sick. He's eating spoiled fish that mice have contaminated. So he said, great. I was just bored having some pike fish that mice shit on inside of. So he threw the whole thing out of his shelter. I mean, he just opened his door and just tossed that thing out. He says, waste it. The only thing he can save is possibly the tail of the fish. So he said he's got to come up with somehow to get mice not to spoil the rest of his food he's storing inside of a shelter. That, and he's like, I'm 57 days in. I don't know how much longer I can go. He's saying, like, I don't know how many people's left. I don't know, but like 4 people left, 8 people are left. He said, I don't know how much longer I can go. He's, I know I can go longer, but do I really want to go that longer? He's saying, so he's trying now have I done enough? Do I keep going for a little bit more? Or should I just tap out? So now he's debating on that. That's how the episode ends. There you have it, folks. Sarah's gone on day 42. William is having no luck with his food stashes. He did get a nice grouse by, like he called it, playing whack a grouse with a big stick. The thickest, that was hilarious. Timber's got mice paw on him, but not as bad as poor Dub. That mice, screwed his fish meat up big time. He said, I'm down to 1 fish now, which is what I caught. That big 39-inch Conan fish. So he said now he's going to figure out something to do. That and the poor guy broke his glasses twice. He's not having good luck now. He was doing good at the beginning, but now he's like coming to the end of it. He's just one thing after the other hitting the poor guy. So you have it, folks. I definitely will be watching episode 10 this week. It's on demand, so I can watch it even when I can. So that will be on this week, I promise you. It's getting down to, folks. Who's going to win it? It's going to be William. Is he going to somehow pull this off with no way to secure his food and somehow pull off the sneaky win? Is Timber got enough moose meat, fish meat, squirrel meat, bird meat, every kind of meat, rabbit meat stored in his Sod Cash and in his shelter, that he's okay. And Wubble Dub, how is he going to handle now that mice have contaminated his fish storage meat inside the shelter? What's he going to do to prevent that? Is he going to build a shelter outside this late in the game? Is he going to try to take out the mice one by one by setting up some traps? Or is he going to tap out like he's thinking of? There you have it, folks. Stay safe, everybody, too. So, bye.